Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for today's beginner Pilates workout on the tower. Occasionally I deal with bursitis, and these exercises help me strengthen my hips and alleviate pain. So if you're interested in this type of workout, please follow along and like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. You'll need 2 long yellow springs with foot loops attached close to the top of your tower, about 2 notches or 3 notches down, and a wooden dowel attached to 2 short yellow springs from the top of the tower. I also have 2 yoga straps for later, and that's optional. Lie supine with your feet towards the tower. I often start my classes with some breath work and mindfulness. So while you're lying on your back, legs can be bent or straight. Hands can be down on the mat or on your bottom rib cage. And breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you're breathing and expanding your lungs to the front, side, and back, I want you to focus on the back side of your body and how it feels on the mat, noticing any asymmetries in your head, your shoulders, your spine, your pelvis, maybe your leg length, and then just breathe through, trying to soften and relax areas that need it or engage areas that may need it to become more symmetrical. And take a couple more big, deep breaths. And then you'll drag your left leg up towards your belly. And with your hands on your knee, circle that leg around, lubricating the femur bone inside the hip socket. Maybe 5 or so in each direction. Relaxing the leg and letting the arms take the load of your leg. Reverse direction. Pull the thigh toward your abdomen to stretch the back of the hip, and then lengthen your leg up to the sky and bend the knee back, lubricating your knee joint and stretching the hamstring. Keep your legs straight and point and flex your ankle 5 times. Now circle your ankle 5 times in each direction. Pull the leg towards your face to stretch that hamstring a little bit more. Now bend your knee on a turnout, pulling the lower leg up towards your chest to stretch your piriformis muscle in the left outer hip. Flex your foot if you have knee issues or if this pulls on your knee at all. Lift that leg to the sky for one more hamstring stretch, and then you'll release the leg and let it go all the way down to the mat next to the other leg. It should feel flatter to the mat than before and longer, possibly longer than your other leg. And now we'll do this on the other side. Drag that knee towards you, using your arms to support the weight of your leg. Stir that leg around, femur bone lubricating the hip socket. Reverse direction. And straighten and bend your knee to lubricate the knee joint and stretch your hamstring. Point and flex your ankle approximately 5 times. And circle your ankle 5 times in each direction. Take a deeper hamstring stretch, pulling that leg towards you. Then bend the knee on a turnout. Pull the lower leg towards your abdomen, flex your foot if need be to protect your knee, and stretch your right outer hip. Now lengthen your leg next to your other one and evaluate. Hopefully it feels longer and flatter than it did before. Come up to sitting and place your hands wide on the wooden dowel. Feet against the upright posts. Curl down the spine bone by bone until you're flat. Take a big inhale at the bottom and exhale, tip your chin and scoop the belly, roll all the way up, growing tall at the top. Do it again. Press down into the hands, roll back, flatten out. Inhale, exhale, tip your chin, curling up the spine. Continue. Remain at the bottom and roll the shoulders up, back, and down, relaxing your head and neck, breathing deeply. Bend the elbows wide apart, pulling the bar to your chest, keeping the bottom ribs knit together, abdomen flat towards your spine. Straighten the arms and press them down towards your lap, inhaling in one direction, exhaling in the other. Again, keeping those bottom ribs knit together and abdomen pressed towards your spine. Bend your knees and place your feet on the mat for crunches. Lift your face to look up at your bar and then rock 1 or 2 inches up and back down to the tip of the shoulder blades, crunching up and down, working those deep low abs. Flatten down to the mat. Now tip your chin and look up at your left knee and crunch up towards it. You'll tilt the bar slightly, left hand lower than the right. Crunching up and down, breathing in and out. Lower to the mat and switch sides. Right hand is lower than your left. Lift your face to look up. Crunch up towards your right knee. Turn your head to the mat, lengthen your legs towards the posts, and roll all the way up to sitting. Relax your hands for just a moment and then roll back down. Now hook your legs over top of that wooden dowel. Both legs bend right over it, feet placed on the mat, hands down on the mat. Make sure your feet are sit bone distant apart and roll your hips up bone by bone into a bridge position and then roll back down. Tuck the tail, inhale, peel the hips up, exhale, soften behind your heart and roll down to your tailbone. Do 3 more repetitions. Keep your hips elevated on this last one and lift and lower your heels. Both heels go up and down, pressing all the toes into the mat, keeping the hips lifted and level. Now keep your heels lifted and softly roll the body down, bone by bone. Once your tail is down, curl up so you can grab the ends of the bar, then lower your head again and straighten your legs up to the sky. Press the bar down the back of your legs. Move the arms up and down several times, and then we'll add some reverse crunches by lifting the hips every time you press the bar down. So now press the arms down, curl the buns up off the mat, reaching those toes towards the sky. Inhaling in one direction and exhaling in the other. Finish here and bend those knees over the bar. Continue to hold on to it. Tip your chin looking up at your thighs, and you're going to rock up and down, trying not to use momentum by swinging the legs, but trying to use those core muscles. Soft shoulders, and continue to rock and roll up and down, eventually coming to the point where you can balance behind your sits bones on the mat. Once you're balancing, press that bar off the back of your legs. You'll feel this in your abs besides your arms. And breathing deeply. Last one, and then your arms are going to reach in front of you, and you're going to move the bar up and down with your legs this time, about 5 times, feeling those deep, low abs. When you finish here, you're going to grab the bar with your hands and roll all the way down to flat, and then you can remove your legs, place your feet against the posts, take a big inhale at the bottom, and exhale, slowly roll up bone by bone. Turn around and lie supine again, about an arm's length away from the tower. And then you're going to take the strap or the spring that's on your right side and put that foot loop on your left leg. So we're cross-loading here. Right leg is straight down on the mat, hands are down on the mat. Now cross the midline with that top leg and circle the leg down, around, and up. Breathing in and out. Working hard through those core muscles to keep your spine and pelvis stable and level so that the leg can move around without the pelvis moving with it. Reverse at the top. Inhale, open the leg, press it down. Exhale, lift it up. Breathing in and out. Working those core muscles to keep the pelvis steady. Reach for your spring and give yourself a hamstring stretch. And when you release that stretch, we'll be turning onto the right side, an arm's length away from the tower still, resting your head on your bottom arm. You still have that same strap on the left foot. Once you're adjusted on your side, make sure your shoulders and hips are stacked and that top leg is level with your hip, and swing it forward, inhaling, and back, exhaling. Again, keeping your foot at hip height. Bring the leg forward and up into big circles. As you breathe in, lift the leg. As you breathe out, lower it and swing it forward again. When your leg is above the other leg, go ahead and reverse, breathing in and out. Really important here to keep your abdominal muscles tight so that your pelvis doesn't move as you stir the leg around. Finish the circle and externally rotate your leg and lift up with a pointed toe, lower down with a flexed foot. Breathe in on the way up, breathe out to press the leg down. Last one, when your leg is at hip height, bend the knee in towards your abdomen, keep it parallel, and then extend it back over top of your other leg. Use those abdominal muscles to draw the knee in towards your chest, and then extend the leg out using your glutes and hamstring. Once the leg is straight, lower it down and squeeze your legs together and lift them up for banana, holding at the top for several seconds and then lowering down and lifting again, holding at the top. Have the sense that your bottom leg is picking up your top leg each time. Keep your legs lifted and bend both knees in towards your belly and then extend them back out. In and out, keeping both legs off of the mat. The legs down, bend them into chair position. Keep your feet together and externally rotate that top leg, lifting the knee up and down. Pick your feet up, keep them in the air as you open and close that top knee again. Your bottom knee is still on the mat. Do this 5 to 6 times. Now for a quad stretch, pull the strap or your foot back behind you and breathe deeply, opening up the front of your hip. Remove the strap from your leg and roll to your back, and we'll do a piriformis stretch for that left hip. So left ankle over your right thigh, then draw your legs up towards your abdomen and stretch. Make sure to aim your tailbone for the mat. Remain on your back and arm's length away from the tower. Grab the strap that's on the left side and put it on your right foot, and lengthen your left leg down on the mat for single leg circles. Hands down on the mat as well. Cross the midline, inhale, and then press the leg down, around, and up as you exhale. Reverse at the top. Inhale, lower the leg. Exhale to lift it. Bend the knee so you can reach for the spring, and then lengthen your leg up for a hamstring stretch. Roll to your left side, make sure your hips and shoulders are stacked, and rest your head on your bottom arm. Lift your top leg up at hip height and swing the leg forward, inhaling, and back, exhaling. You can flex the foot as the leg goes forward and point your toe as your leg goes back if you choose. Swing the leg forward and lift it up into big circles, lubricating that hip socket, abdomen to spine. Reverse direction, inhaling and exhaling. Finish your circles and lift and lower your top leg, externally rotated, point up and flex down. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Remember to keep your navel to spine and shoulders away from your ears. When your leg lowers down, bend it in towards your abdomen and then back over your other leg. Bend and stretch. Inhale and exhale. In your leg and attach it to your other leg and lift and hold for several seconds at the top, then lower for banana. Inhale up and exhale slowly down. I realized while I'm editing that I forgot to do the double leg bend and stretch where you pull both knees in towards your abdomen, keeping the legs lifted off the mat. So I've added a still photo here for you to take the time to do 5 to 10 repetitions of that. Now lower your legs, bend your knees into chair position, keeping your feet down and together. Lift your top knee for clam. 5 to 10 repetitions with the feet down. And lift the feet in the air for another set of 5 to 10 repetitions. Bottom knee stays down on the mat. Externally rotate, inhaling. Internally rotate that leg, exhaling. Grab your ankle or the foot strap with your top hand and pull that leg back behind you for a quadricep stretch. Move the strap, lie supine, and place your right ankle over your left thigh for a piriformis stretch. Aim your tailbone for the ground as those legs are pulling up towards your belly. Release your stretch and hug both knees in towards you and massage your low back by rocking side to side before we turn over onto our abdomen for some extension and hamstring work. Lie prone, forehead resting on your hands, elbows wide apart. Bend your left knee with your foot in the air and press that leg up and down, lifting your thigh and knee off the mat. I like to flex my foot to protect my knee as I squeeze the glute and hamstring. Be sure your pubic bone stays pushed down and your abdomen is drawing in towards your back. Lengthen that leg, bend the other one, and we'll do the other side 5 to 10 times on this leg. Bend both knees, attach your heels together, knees are apart, flexed feet, and try to lift both legs up and down, squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings and the abs. Relax your legs down on the mat. Reach your hands wide on the push-through bar that is unloaded. And with straight arms, draw your shoulders away from your ears and peel up into a spinal extension and then lower back down. Inhale, again, draw those shoulders down into your back pockets as you lift the spine and head up, and then lower the body down, lengthening the arms out in front of you. One more repetition. And when you come down, release your hands from the bar, press back into a child's pose. Now, if you have them, grab your 2 yoga straps. You only have one band, it's fine to use that to stretch with, but I'm using the second yoga strap as a belt or a loop to traction my leg. So one of them should be tied into a loop and it should be the length of your leg. Put your left foot in that loop and then your other leg straight up to the sky inside the loop as well. As you notice here, it was too short, so I'm having to lengthen the strap because the one side that's over your hip needs to be really close to that hip crease to anchor your femur bone and give you some traction there. So again, left foot is in the strap, right leg is up inside the strap, tractioning around your femur bone close to the thigh. And I'm just kind of pulling on the leg, making sure it's in a good position. And then you're going to take your other band. Maybe this is the only band that you have, and that's fine. And you're going to put it around your foot, right foot, and lengthen that leg up to the sky, pulling the right leg towards your face as you're pushing into the strap that's around your left foot to, again, traction that hip and give you a nice stretch here. Breathing deeply, relaxing your head, neck, and shoulders as you stretch. Now cross the midline with that top leg, keeping your footprint flat on the ceiling for your IT band stretch. You can tell here that I'm really tight on this one, so it doesn't look like I've moved my leg across the midline very much, but I did. It's just very slight. And I didn't hold it for that long because that one's a painful one for me. So then you're going to open your leg to the side, keeping your left foot pressing into that strap if you have it to traction that leg, and pulling the right leg up towards your ear, keeping those legs in the shape of an L, breathing deeply, relaxing your shoulders and your head and neck. Lift the leg up to the sky and we'll switch legs. Place your right foot inside the looped band and your left leg goes inside that band as well, but that leg straightens up to the ceiling and the band is around the left hip, close to the crease. Place the other strap around your left foot and lengthen that leg up, pulling the leg towards you as you press your right leg into the looped band, breathing deeply. Keep your footprint flat on the ceiling as you cross the midline for an IT band stretch. Have the feeling that you're pulling your pinky toe, left pinky toe, down towards your hip. And open that leg to the side for an inner thigh stretch. Again, still tractioning the leg by pressing your right foot into the looped band. Raise your leg up and then take the bands off and relax like we did in the beginning. Evaluate your spine and how it feels on the mat before you get up. Thanks so much, everybody. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.